I do want to hit you with a couple of conventional wisdom. I don't know, they call it that because it's conventional. No Gurley and running back by committee, and then Cooks is gone, and wondering who's going to be catching passes along with Kupp and Woods for your franchise quarterback. Let's take it one at a time. Their running game is going to look like what this year?
Well, I think the running game's still to be determined. And what we do know is we really like where Cam's at, and he's ready to roll, even though in no offseason. We have a very, very stable, let's call it veteran, that stabilized that room in Malcolm Brown, who's been very successful for us. Probably had some of the more tough yards since 2017 for us in 4-minute situations, right? And that's when you're trying to close out a game, and basically everybody in the stands and everybody on television knows they're going to try to run out the clock, and the running back's getting the ball. He's been successful there. So I think between those two, mix in D. Henderson when he does get healthy and primed, and go from there. So at this point, right, committee approach. And usually from there will be either a hot hand or someone who proves it. You know what? Hand me the ball more than the next guy. So that's still to be determined, but we do like that approach.
And then the passing game, what's that going to look like?
I think that, I think Sean's been at his best when we can distribute the football. I think if you've looked at, and if you really analyzed our, who gets the ball, when they get the ball, how often they get the ball, how many yards after they get the ball, from our top 3 receivers, whether it's been Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, Sammy Watkins, Cooper Kupp. I mean, we definitely distribute the football to not only them, but the tight end, to the running backs, as Sean calls them, the 5 eligibles. In that, we're going to definitely need Van Jefferson to step up, and he's been doing that in practice. But as Allen Iverson has said, eloquently, yes, practice is practice.
Right. And then so the tight ends, there's going to be a bit more of a focus as well this year, I imagine. Correct? I don't want you to give up too much of the ghost here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Shouldn't give up that, but we do like our tight ends, and I do know Sean has in his DNA, the ability to and we've done that plenty, right?
Sure.
Run multiple tight ends, and we'll see what we do. But the goal for us, I think, is whether it's tight ends, whether it's receivers, whether it's running backs, is be able to run the ball. And that doesn't necessarily mean the receivers got to catch the football. They got to be Hines Wardish at times, and actually be an offensive tackle or fullback or tight end, and go back to those days when Pittsburgh, everybody knew they were going to hand it to 36, but Hines Ward could block like a tight end, so that was very effective. And then you can marry that whole run game with the pass game. And the goal, when everybody says marry run with pass, yep, that means when you line up, right, and the quarterback's either under center or taking, the snap from the gun, you can't really look down there and go, you know what, I think they're going to do this. And then when the play starts and the whole action of the running backs and quarterbacks, and it just looks like it could be run or pass early. And I love it. And that's the goal.
And usually from the same damn formation, too. It's so much fun to watch when Sean McVay is dialing it up. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.